Good morning, y'all. So I literally just woke up from a crazy dream, and in this dream I had a question. So I'm gonna tell y'all the dream, and I'm gonna pose the question that I was about to ask in this dream. My alarm went off and woke me up from the dream. So in a dream, I was pregnant, and I was living in this house. I do not live in this neighborhood wherever I was at. I do not live in this neighborhood. I had a group of people, and I was like, well, I needed something from the store. I was like, well, since the store like right down the street, and whatever I need, I guess it wasn't that big. I was like, I'm gonna just walk to the store and get it. And so we started walking. It was a group of us. We started walking to the store, and and in a dream, they we got maybe 2 blocks from my house, and they had dogs on the street. A couple of pit bulls. It was like some brown dogs. A couple of them looked like pit bulls, different sizes, but they're always big dogs, right? So I got in the street from off of the sidewalk because I was like, I ain't want to get bit by the pit bulls, and one of them did come and like got close to me and try to bite me, and I wound up like jumping back before it could bite me, and a bunch of men came out, and one of them grabbed the dog that was trying to bite me, and I was like, oh, the dog, I don't know who dog that's for, but it tried to attack me, and so now I was walking with some people. I can't tell you, but I know at least one of them was a man, because in a dream, I was thinking that's who I'm pregnant for. I can't even tell you who the person was. I don't know. I don't think it was my husband in real life. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking in the dream, right? So they all these men came out. They had African American men had masks on their face, and there was a few children too. They had masks on and hats on, and some of them had big old GUNS, and they was all holding it, and it was like it. They had the demeanor of like the men better not come down here this hour block or something like that, whatever, right? So I'm like, look, I have a question. I say before y'all do all that stuff, I have a question, right? So I'm in a dream. I'm not really feeling good. I'm not really feeling good in real life. But I was like, I told the man, I was like, look, if I start coughing, sniffling, sneezing, or whatever, I have a cold. I'm really not feeling too good, and I'm pregnant. That's what I told the person in the dream. So I'm like, so, but I do have a question before you start with all this, whatever it is that y'all about to do. Before y'all start with that, let me ask the question first. And it was an older man that walked up, and he was like, yeah, he gave me some kind of like a stuffed zucchini with something, and he was like, oh well, here you could have that, it's healthy. And so I took it, but I did not eat. I just looked at it, and so I started to pose the question, right, and then my alarm went off, and the question that I had, I started off with I was like, now y'all know we are all descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, right? So in this slave trade, they would grape us, and they would force us to have kids together, and then they would ship our kids all over the country. They would sell them like cattle all over the country. And so we are all cousins, right? We all kin. We are all distant cousins. And when our bones and stuff, be here after we dead and gone, they could look at our bones and see that we are African American people. We are the same people that descended in the slave trade. So why, when we are walking up this street, you look at your own brother or your own cousins and say that we cannot be right here by you, and you basically, we still on a plantation. You do not own this city, you do not own this street. That was the question that I was about to ask before my alarm went off. But you look at your brother, your cousins, we are your brothers, your cousins, we are cousins. You look at your cousins and say that we cannot walk down the street that you don't even pay for. Like, and I was like a little scared because they had big guns and stuff in it. But I'm like, dude, you really about to, because you about to off me, not me, but the men that I was walking with, you about to really harm us because we don't live on your block. And then they had a whole bunch of dogs, you know, like, but how people really are like that. Like, you can't walk in a certain part of the city if you from this part of the city, or you from, like, I don't know if like what other people, what other states and stuff have gangs, but they have the gangs. You join the gang and now you against your own brother or your cousin. Like, we all are one big family, and we don't see each other as family though. We see each other as enemies, and that's crazy. But that just goes to show you how bad we are destroyed as a people. And in the dream, I was about to ask that question, like, why do you, like, why are you about to do that to us, and we are literally cousins? We are your people. We are part of the same family. We are the children of Israel, which y'all don't know, but I know we are the children of Israel. Why are you about to kill your brother for no reason? And then when I said, "Oh well, we was the R word," and the man was like, "Oh no, don't say the R word." But you out here with guns and stuff in front of this child. You're out here with guns. You threatening our life with guns. Whether you wasn't threatening me personally, but you threatening the people that's walking behind me. Like, you threatening us personally, but you don't want me to say the R word. And I told him, I said, I'm not about to sugarcoat this. He needs to know. As he get older, he needs to know everything that happened. But you can't sugarcoat one thing to a child. You can't sugarcoat the R word to a child, and you sitting up here teaching him how to hate his own people. And he growing up in the streets, and the streets gonna take him out. Like, so, but the dream, and I literally just had this dream. I'm just waking up. I haven't brushed my teeth yet or nothing. I literally just gotta put something on my head because I took my hair out before I got sick. I've been under the weather a few days, so this is like the first dream that I'm actually having that I could remember, and that I guess it's kind of had a little significance to it. But we have to ask these questions. Why are you shooting your brother? I already know that's part of the curses. That the curse said we will hate our people. The young man that's tender among you will have an evil eye to his brother. I know that's a part of the curses. They don't know, but I know. And for me to have this dream, and I'm like in the dream, and I think it was only like maybe one or two men that was with me. It was some females, and it was like one or two men. So they came out with masks, like a white mask, like off of I I was watching Demon Slayer, so I'm gonna say off of Demon Slayer. The swordsman, the swordsman that makes the swords in Demon Slayer, they had on some weird mask, but this people had on white African mask, and they had hats on, some kind of hat on their head, and they had big old guns, but the guns was colorful. So, and they was all taller people too. I'm gonna say that because I was looking up to the people that I was talking to, except for the old man. I think the old man that I was talking to, me and him was like what and what, either I looked up slightly to him, but the rest of the younger men was taller. But they all came out about the attack for no reason, and I'm trying to see like what's the significance of the dream. But that dream, I just wanted to post this dream because why are we like this? Like, that's a question everybody should be asking, because this stuff like this goes on in real life, not just in my dreams. Why are you attacking your brother for a city, a country, a state, a street that you don't even own? This not our land at all. We not even from here. We was kidnapped and sold into this place and made to work for free, made to work to our bones, our muscles snapped off the bones. We worked so hard. Some of our people died, dropped dead from overwork. Like, but you about to kill, unalive your brother for what? That's a question that we need to ask ourselves, and we definitely need to talk to our children about everything that happened. They need to know everything, and that's what I was telling the person in the dream. Don't tell me to sugarcoat the R word when you sitting up here and have all these guns in front of him, and you about to, you about to unalive the people that's behind me. I wasn't in danger, but the people that was behind me was in danger. So that dream just was crazy. Um, I guess if I have any more crazy dreams, something that I feel that I should post, I definitely post it. But y'all have a blessed day. Shalom, y'all.